watching anything right now. I'm just testing this out to see if we're actually streaming. Yeah, okay, cool. Not bad. Okay, so basically last time we ended up raiding this camp, and this turned out really well. So we're gonna go ahead and collect all the loot that was left behind, and right away. All right, Mandalorian heavy armor. Like, that's definitely one of the better drops. I've got defense bonus 10, max dexterity bonus 1. Mandalorian heavy armor has 12, but 0 dexterity bonus. Okay. But it's immune to stun, fear, and horror. So, what's this immune to? This has no immunities. I think I'm gonna have to take that one. What are you wearing? Oh, he just has the old Sith battle suit, so he can't wear any of the heavy armor though. Oh, it's just literally just him. I can't wear it. 5, 7, and 40 resistances. We don't care about that. Except for wear like robes, I guess. Okay. So we're pretty well set up there. She doesn't have an augment. All I have for some reason are pheromone packages. I don't really understand why there aren't more drops for that, like by now. So I've actually got this pulled up on like 3 screens right now, so just bear with me. It's a new process. Try and move this off to a different connection. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that's not interfering with the stream and that will like free up some bandwidth. So if anyone's been having lag issues with the video. Alright. Okay, so I could go double-handed blasters. Actually, for this one. Alright, we gotta keep the axe though. It's not So I already rated all that stuff. I haven't actually managed to pick up the mines, but I don't know how much my demolition skill is. I remember we invested some points into it. I forget how many points though. I think I'm up to like a 10 or 12, something like that. Still early on. Disruptor rifle, direct steel. So I think that's pretty much everything. I don't really care about anything else. We ended up fighting past this, which was filled with, what was it, 4 or 5 guys last time. So I imagine that we're going to get swarmed in this military base. Oh no, we were.
This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back.
Forget about this. Okay, I didn't save for any of this. That's what happened.
The Zerka mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker than these. After you.
Alright, he has the ability to break through various shields with his repulsor fist. That was something I completely forgot about, and I'm not going through a cutscene again, so we'll save that. Alright, this is what's going on. So you just force push probably all the turrets down. I wish... Why is it like that I can't use the only safe thing to do would be to not move, except meanwhile, for some reason, I'm super fast. Alright, so he's like the only poisoned like crazy. Definitely want him up front. Not gonna die walking through poison in that room, but to be real, like, why chance it? So. That's useful. Download the facility map. I don't see why not. Just gonna refresh the chat. Alright, log out. This is not the way that I came in, but this is the way to leave. 17 credits. Check. Ready to military base for 17 credits, bro. Still can't use anything. I'll tell you what. The unstoppable damage of a disruptor rifle. Unstoppable. Like, definitely yes. Hate that. No issues up there. Disruptor rifle. Advancement pack. I only have 16 chemicals, so I gotta break some stuff down. Let's break down some of these adrenal staminas. I never really use adrenal staminas. I don't think there's really a reason to keep all of those. I'm gonna keep 2. Use it. Oh yeah, totally. Got enough. Just one. An advancement pack is way more useful.
I hear you.
Oh, come on. Alright. So her force is like gonna be able to heal me basically because she's. I didn't really micromanage her right now medic or anything. I probably should at some point. That would be useful. But
Yeah?
no. I think she's much better blood target. Like, if you look at my character, like I've already kind of got the pale thing going on and stuff, and like the eyes are weird. Like, you start getting corrupted as you go dark side, so...
There she is, one orbital shuttle. Looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point, though.
Oh no, why is
The hangar
that?
bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so
have to open
I'd
those
say we
doors.
need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble getting off the ground. If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in. I'll get it running.
Awesome. Then we're gonna have to find our way to some codes. Step away from the shop. Okay. Just try to explore the room, man. Installs that main gas vents. Why is it that no matter where you go, the floor is always offline?
What's going on?
Taking this guy in here. These are like breaking arm ability that somehow shoots a gun out of it. Like, hey, guess what? I have one of those too. Thank you. Right? Turn off the security gas vents. Finally. Adhesive grenades. Adhesive grenades are dead useful, for real. Just like stick a person to the ground. You're like, hey, you can still attack me kind of, but like you can't dodge anything and you can't move. It's like super useful. I think this is about where we landed ourselves last time when we went all the way back out. So let's save that because I'm feeling that we're going to let it
Get this over with.
Tawancha morichiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wishiot kuna sita dorchone sobawata. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata. Tonata biasvia. Jicho watana, kunera que te dinito para más mucho.
Do I save this guy? Or do I tell him no?
Da hupa bosa kurata go jujutu yoke hiata yamba wajiake yuki kotune
You level up so much faster when you go dark side.
kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura tayaita ta bosanan ansata graci ubacin compadwana musca na bosca wanda.
Is your bloodlust finally satisfied?
Never. Who cares about right now? You're supposed to be like my friend. Keep being all mysterious. think I can take them, but I only see 2. And this looks like the room where, like, you know, you turn the reactor on and
Let's go.
So,
How do you do that?
Seriously?
Let's go. This won't take long.
For some reason, like, shooting it with a gun works. Come on, KOTOR. Oh, man. not attacking me. My guess is that as soon as I hit this button, I'm gonna get shot. Right. I probably should have saved that before I hit this. Oh, what are you gonna do? Did I not like open the door?
Let's get this over with. Take him down. Let's go.
Me, there's even her, and then there's like him limping up behind. What's the problem? Sub level. Oh, come on. I can't access the sub level yet, so I have to go all Alright. Supplies, will I? 6 parts. Well, hey, that's worth the robot blowing up, right? I mean, because that was kind of a waste of supplies just for like nothing. Focusing in real quick here on live stuff. So obviously I've got a camera now, which is awesome. So it's levels, man, you know? You don't put a lot in something that you haven't really like tested yet. So things are coming into place. So I'm planning on having a couple more games coming in, but I'm having a couple of video capture issues on Skyrim in particular. Let's unlock the hangar doors for real this time. And right. So this is where you basically get stomped. So check this out. Let's just take a droid to the side of extra droids.
Let me handle this.
As much as you can.
here.
We're so close here. We're so close. You have to. Dude, if you fail me, I swear. Out of my house. This guy. Alright, so at least we don't have to redo the entire military base this time. First of all, shields.
Let's go.
Shield on me. Done.
Let's go.
Shield just expired. That's what happened. Alright, so let's here we go. So, mobilize it as fast as possible, and I'm just like gonna have to try and like first let's actually keep an eye on her stun droid. That was awesome. Alright. That was pretty sweet. Just an energy shield. That's such a burn. Oh man. It's just like, hey, yeah, so hopefully getting super destroyed by this getting super destroyed by this giant tank, but like, you know, if you want, here's an energy shield, like, fair, I guess. Except there's a ton of loot back here, so if I have frag grenades, yeah, I need all that. Wow, 50 credits plus some perception gloves of some kind or something. 47 credits. Got points. Got 3 adhesive grenades and vermine fiber mesh. So that's an armor upgrade. That locker's not original. Okay. One of the things I love about this game is that you can basically play it entirely on the keyboard. It like actually lends itself really well. Like, R is your select, E and Q basically do this. And, you know, you press R to select, and then ASWD is your move. Like, it's such an intuitive setup. Like, you basically don't even need to know how to, you know, play games to play this game. It's kind of sweet.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
need is to be able to mix. Like, I need to be able to mix audio and this stuff. There's gotta be some options for that. Like, 'cause when you just have the headphones on, you can't really hear yourself, and it creates like a weird volume issue out of it. I'm the first to wake up this time, okay. Who's all with me? That's the question.
Irritated declaration. There you are. It has been extremely difficult to track you down, Jedi. Quick clarification, but now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities. Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi, there are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
Any reason why you shot down my vessel?
Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
Yeah. These guys are probably gonna be pretty easy. I mean, on one hand, yeah, they're tough, right? They're HK droids or whatever. On the other hand, look how dark side I am. Atten's back. What happened to Bayo there? He was in my crew. Yes, whatever. Actually kind of micromanage him a bit. Skills, let's give him some actual awareness. Maybe that's why he's terrible. Like, smack him upside the head a little bit and just be like, hey, get in fight. Like, actually do something good. There we go. Dude, look how pumped this character is. He's just like so excited. So dark side already. Not like mega dark side yet, like, cause I don't know. I'm on like the bottom half of like yeah, this guy is evil, but he's not like, you know, like get there. All right. Hey, you, and you, and you, then come back to you.
Everyone down!
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Where did that come from?
System accuracy ratio achieved.
I hear you.
Alright, fair enough. I did not think that fight through very well, apparently. So, I guess I just have to fight them. I mean, it's whatever at this point. I like how my shields are still active, though. They're just like, yeah, you might need these this time. Alright.
Irritated declaration. There you are. It has been extremely difficult to track you down, Jedi. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. A necessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities.
Definitely not sitting through that nonsense again. Definitely gonna save that. Alright, so you are going to throw grenades.
I hear you.
To stun grenades.
I hear you.
To throw grenades.
Ratio achieved.
Time to take you down the side. Time to take you down the side.
Sailing monster.
Fallen.
Everyone down.
Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
Door. Guess what? Oh, Baradur's not dead. Or he is dead? I don't know what he is. I think we just assumed he was dead. It's kind of shitty. You don't want to do that. Like, just leave a guy behind. Oh well, we're locked in here now.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed. I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me.
Right.
No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this
Outside
place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, And there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
That is brutal. I forgot about that. She's just kind of like, you're done. Where exactly am I and why am I here?
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Alright, so this is apparently the woman who exiled me. What's the most dark side option I can do here? Let's see. Want my property, my slaves, and my ship returned.
Your slaves have been detained for their safety. Though if that is how you treat them, I imagine they would prefer cells to your company. But you have not answered my question. Why are you here? The Order and you parted ways long ago, and the Order was the better for it. Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility. Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
Down by the APC or battery backups and stuff. Come here, you. cool, man. Cool.
It was too much to hope that you may have come here to finally admit the Council was right. A lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi.
That's my
When you turned your
lightsaber.
back on the Order, it was not yours anymore.
They don't like give you any insight into this. It's just kind of like contextual, I guess. I'm taking my ship back, trying to stop me. Don't regret it.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove him, mistress. Come with us.
Dark side points.
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile. I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
It's kind of quiet for somebody that's all the way over on the other side of the bridge. Definitely gotta get that lightsaber back. It's gotta happen. Net dark side shift, okay, I'll take it. I don't know where I got lightside points. I mean, like, it shows all the options. I literally got it squirted out of the place. Like, come on. What more do I have to do to turn dark
Why have
side?
you approached me? I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been... Very well.
Whoop you. You see what I do to the,
Before we
crazy
begin,
droids and
are you
stuff?
familiar with Ichani traditions?
No, I'm not.
All duels between us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose.
Rely on my
Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
What if I just killed someone in a fight?
The fight will be with hands and feet also, in turn. Then let us begin.
Like criticals.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements. Very well. I shall honor your
bring it
request.
on.
Our next battle will be using the higher forms among the Ichani. You may choose hands and feet, or whatever melee weapon you wish, but use no other items or Jedi techniques. Seek one of us out.
Yeah, I gotta heal first, because, like, look at me. I want that by a tiny bit. I need more than just the advanced backpack.
Have you returned to fight again?
I'm gonna bounce. This seems weird. Like, where is everyone? Where's my ship? Why am I still here?
Why have you approached? Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris. You will find them in the particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages. They were caged for their safety until we could determine your intent, Exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to. He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you are in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well. You are the one who is mistaken.
You must be mistaken.
It requires
Come
you
on.
know what to look for. I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know those you travel with.
Maybe like one fight. I think he was like the last one standing, so I don't know. That's interesting. I forgot that.
Your ship is...
Yeah. I'm going now.
Why have you approached me?
Come on. That was a mistake.
You are the Exile, the one Atris warned us about. She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself. That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side. Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up. Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force. So it was a matter of choice then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivations, it might be best to inform her. I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation. Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all. Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion. I do not think the battle would go as you describe. But in essence, yes. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression. You may ask, I honor the face of my mother.
You look a little
It is not
different.
something spoken of in the company of
Must be an
others.
important character.
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that. It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time. Before you go, Exile,
Well,
question
I'll be
for you,
going now.
if I may ask it.
Let's see.
You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
Can't, or you're like at a Jedi thing.
Then tell me of its absence. Very well. Forgive me, Exile. I did not mean to speak of things painful to you.
That conversation literally evened out. You can like barely say anything light side and have dark side. Like it's super hard to kind of go like full dark side. So you just go away to the bridge, I guess. This door is cold to the touch, and there's no conventional means of opening it. It's not ominous at all. We just steal everything in here. Let's steal it.
Why have your
I put the guy on mute. Oh man, come on. tiny lab cat. Finally found the open unlock. Gotta walk all the way around it though to get on board. Need my companions to fly the ship. Literally this evil, but like I can't fly the ship. Dark side powers just don't cover that. They don't have flight insurance, apparently.
Did you find what you... There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel this woman who resides here... Killing such a one could prove difficult and unwise. Yet she distracts you, that is clear, and that may be reason enough. Such distractions could prove fatal against the enemies we face. Direct action is not always the best way. It is a far greater victory to make another see through your eyes than to close theirs forever. Yet all that lives feels, and where something feels, there is weakness.
That's pretty dark side. Alright. Let's see here.
You are the gravity around which all her actions rotate. You exert a stronger influence than you know. Be her foil, her challenge, and eventually she will see things your way. Very well. Let us depart.
You noticed that? Just like... like...
I am sorry, General. I must have... I will not, General. What is this place?
Don't fail me again, bro.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Get like stirred.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it. But now I wonder if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it as if... You... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please. Let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
You are the... She said... That is not all. Atris says that... Atris said... So it was a ma... I believe that... Yes. Without having battle is a... Then her express... You may ask. I am aware of this. I do not doubt your combat prowess, as my half-sisters do. There are many who went to war against the Mandalorians, and few returned. You were one of them. I honor the faith...
I'm bailing on the Kilos Academy.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Well, now that we're off that Dajaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
I kept downing the droid throughout the entire game, kind of gives you like a little bit more dark side points. Like even just talking to the Jedi woman there was just like the handmaiden or whoever stowed away with me.
What is the machine saying?
Do you know why we have called you here?
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there, more like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code, and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
We must do
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself. I will, if you need me. I shall be in the cargo hold.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore? That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that. I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Let's build a lightsaber finally.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. We need a power cell. Those parts are... Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior. I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Yes, I'll be careful. Now, let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Yeah, it's like super worth it. Plus 2 bonus.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Is it? Perhaps you are wrong. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. You deserve nothing, but you have earned such obedience, yes. They are tools, you are right. More than you know. I am not blind. I see what they see, Hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see. Good, and then act upon it. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
Look, I didn't want to say anything, but you forced my hand. I've heard about the Force and what it does to people who can't control it, or themselves. And it shows in everything you do, and in your face. Look, all I'm saying is that there's a reason you're changing. That power is corrupting you. I can't help but feel it. All of us can. Whatever that witch is doing to you, she's dragging you down into whatever hole she crawled out of. Alright, but I'm out of credits, so it's Republic Senate rules. Sure, shouldn't be a problem. Something up?
Yeah, we're gonna go straight to Corbin.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy. If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me. I will remain here. The academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still.
Definitely bringing the light side girl in the corner, because it's like the most corrupted place, and super gonna bring him too, because like he's the most disappointed.
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them. The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith in Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be. Fool! You've disturbed the spirits of this place, and they have sent their guardians. Hisses are enough to humble even an arrogant one such as you. Test yourself if you must, but try not to die.
Just say the word.
Alright, I shouldn't have done that. That's true. That's some good advice.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Seriously. Alright. I think it's probably gonna be a good place to